Hello and welcome. This is your boy Jack here to do another reaction video. This time I'll be reacting to M.I Abaga's Do You Know Who You Are? Take some time and meditate on you. As you obviously know, if you've been paying attention to my channel, I'm a huge fan of M.I Abaga. I love his delivery, his flow, and he sounds, how intelligent he sounds whenever he actually he delivers his line. The structure is very interesting to me, and I love the fact that he's able, as I've said previously, structure his verses most of the time in proper grammar, and it actually works, because I've heard a lot of people say it's impossible to actually make a structured grammatically structured hip-hop or a hip-hop album and actually make it work. And in this case, I do believe they're mistaken, and he does an absolutely fantastic job in making it work. I mean, he doesn't strictly stick to it. He does mix it a bit, add the slangs and everything, but with him, it just works. It's just absolutely amazing, which is why I'm here to do another reaction to his song, which is, as I said, Do You Know Who You Are? I've got a lot of requests to actually do this, so I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's just get right to it. So, without further ado, let's get this reacting party started. This is M.I Abaga, and the track is Do You Know Who You Are? Can't wait. Obviously, this is just an audio.
Do you know who you are? What is your name?
Sometimes you wonder why and wonder how. Don't be alone.
Is that him singing?
Just stay calm, cause even if you choose not to find,
yeah, that's him.
Through all the bullshit, with no dirty shoes, finding the truth is not hard to figure out your life. Take your time and let it rain on you. Blessings from Mother Earth are always true. Take your time and meditate.
Pause it here. It seems this is going to be some sort of introspective track here, trying to get you to know who you are. And yeah, I guess that's what it is. I'm actually curious to hear what he has to say. So let's
your name? What is your word?
My child, recite the words of this ancient mythology. The wisdom I disperse in this verse, no apology. Memorized to keep you from evil theology. For you, the darker hue, you denied your equality. See, for generations we perpetrated psychology. Divide and conquer each other, really lynch policy. You cannot build each other up.
Hold on, oh no, this is gonna be tough actually. That's a lot of I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to take it back, because I do believe I actually missed quite a bit.
Your word.
Let's go.
My child, recite the words of this ancient mythology. The wisdom I disperse in this verse, no apology. Memorized to keep you from evil theology. For you, the darker hue, you denied your equality. See, for generations we perpetrated psychology. Divide and conquer each other, really lynch policy. You cannot build each other up, how will you build economy? How you think?
I love that. If you cannot build each other up, how would you build economy? That's true. If you can't start with the basic building blocks, how can you actually end up making a fantastic, a sustainable society, more or less? So brilliant. Let's go.
A really lynch policy. You cannot build each other up, how will you build economy? How you think is how you are, it's just basic neurology. So please recite the words of this ancient mythology. The wisdom I disperse in this verse, no apology. Do you realize the Negro's a hunted commodity? Look around you, nigga, observe your ecology. See, they go.
Do you realize that Negroes are hunted? Wait. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take it back. I think I completely missed that.
Negro's a hunted commodity. Look around you, nigga, observe your ecology.
Hunted commodity, that's true. Okay, wow, okay. Let's continue.
See, they gon' try to tell you it's in your biology. They gon' tell you niggas ain't good with technology. That's why we have to rewrite our anthropology. Until they acknowledge me, nigga, follow me into knowledge tree.
Lessons from Mother Earth are always true. Take your time and meditate on you.
Do you know who you are? What is your name? What is your word?
Yeah, tell me the value of a freeborn Nubian. In all his habitations, death will keep pursuing him. Black is beautiful, it's a truism. Or is it? Generations raised just to ruin him. Revisit. Shipped across the seas or be conquered. The options. Labor in the minds will be shackled for auction. Whatever path you take, your existence dysfunction. Centuries later, things will still be the same. Be caution. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know he did say being born free and still slaves to you know what, I'm sorry, I gotta take it back. I completely missed that part. It's I do apologize. I will be pausing. Apparently I'm gonna be pausing a bit more than I would want to, because it's actually a food for thought, and it's very, very interesting to hear what he has to say, and I can't wait to actually, decipher it. I'm gonna do my best not to pause as much and just enjoy it, but if I find something really appealing, I will have to pause. All right, let's continue.
It's beautiful, it's a truism. Or is it? Generations raised just to ruin him. Revisit. Shipped across the seas or be conquered. The options. Labor in the minds will be shackled for auction.
Shipped across the seas for options. We conquer option.
Shipped across the seas or be conquered. The options. Labor in the minds will be shackled for auction. Whatever.
Okay, I see the rhyme scheme there, but I'm still trying to figure out what he's actually trying to say. Shipped across the seas, we conquer slaves. Huh. I'm completely being thrown off by that. You know what? I'll just continue. I'll play it back and continue. Once I get it, I'll let you guys know what I think in the end.
Or is it? Generations raised just to ruin him. Revisit. Shipped across the seas or be conquered. The options. Labor in the minds will be shackled for auction. Whatever path you take, your existence dysfunction. Centuries later, things will still be the same. Be caution.
I think he's sort of saying whatever things that happened in the past is still happening right now. We're still being shipped across the sea, and our labor is still being used, and in most cases, I'm guessing it doesn't really reflect the value of who you are. That's my take on it. I know it seems a bit I'm reaching a bit, but yeah, I think that's what he was talking about, but I'm not 100% sure, so let me know.
Black man, meditate on your pain, hesitate in the rain, let it wash off the curse, then immerse in the hurt. Let your worth be rebirthed, have a thirst for the truth, find protection for youth. Niggas, open your wings, let your women be kings, let your children be dreams, and then find them the means, give them reasons to smile, may they last for a while, as I bequeath you a better future, my child. Yeah.
Okay, so basically he's telling people that you need to change your outlook, be more positive, do the right stuff by those around you, the women, your kids, give them a positive outlook so they can actually change who they are and make things better. Basically, start from the beginning and work your way up, building into a better society, you and better society. If people are better, then society as a whole will also do better, more or less. So
The blessings from Mother Earth are always true. Take your time and meditate on
You got two major issues: an identity crisis and psychological homelessness. We hate our Africanity. Even within the Black consciousness community, we are still anti-African because deep down within our subconscious, we were all conditioned by the same superstructure that made us feel that Africa wasn't anything worth claiming. Our problem is totally mental. We're $1 trillion people. We got all the degrees we need, all the expertise. But you know what we're lacking? That cultural commitment to ourselves. Until we hate racism more than we hate each other, nothing's going to change.
I love that line. Until we hate racism more than we hate each other, nothing's going to change. And he does have a point. We do have a lot of smart people and a lot of degree holding professionals out there around the world making changes. But for some reason, there's this perception about, you know, Africa being less than it is, that it's not really that great, which obviously is not true. But it's sort of, as I said, it's sort of a psychological thing, which does affect a lot of people and does paint a negative light to the African nations, African as a whole. So, yeah, that's something that really needs to change. And whoever that gentleman who's actually dropping knowledge out there down in this track, he is absolutely correct that we need to change our perception of who we are in order to actually make changes, because Africa is great, and as soon as we see it and believe it wholeheartedly, we can actually change things and make it great, because we are trillions, so to speak. Sorry, I was going to say we're legion, but that sounded really weird. But you know what? Let me take it back.
Community, we are still anti-African because deep down within our subconscious, we were all conditioned by the same superstructure that made us feel that Africa wasn't anything worth claiming. Our problem is totally mental. We're $1 trillion people. We got all the degrees we need, all the expertise. But you know what we're lacking? That cultural commitment to ourselves. Until we hate racism more than we hate each other, nothing's going to change.
I agree. Even though I'm a bit puzzled.
It was a learning process for me to understand that the world does
hate you.
Yes.
The world's
That cultural, I'm sorry.
Commitment to ourselves. Until we hate racism more than we hate each other, nothing's going to change.
Sorry, I was just trying to understand what he meant by the cultural.
Down within our subconscious, we were all conditioned by the same superstructure that made us feel that Africa wasn't anything worth claiming. Our problem is totally mental. We're $1 trillion people. We got all the degrees we need, all the expertise. But you know what we're lacking? That cultural commitment to ourselves.
The cultural commitment.
Until we hate racism more than we hate each other, nothing's going to change.
All right, I get it now. The cultural commitment he's talking about is about actually, you know, hating racism more than we hate ourselves.
It was a learning process
Nothing's
for me
gonna
to
change.
understand that the world does
hate you.
Yes.
The world discriminates. The world's full of prejudice and bigotry and racism and hatred. It's real. I completely agree with you. And that's the sort of explicit world against you. There's a more insidious world against you, which I think
sounds
is
familiar.
to do with the socialization process. The expectation of men to be the strong one is a hell of an expectation. It's actually terrible, because what do you do with all the real human vulnerability? And then it goes back to what we started off talking about. You have to become the superhero, the big muscle man. And you aren't, you're just a person. Some of you are strong and some of you is weak. You're just a person. And a full person has all the vulnerability in the world. We need men's liberation. To liberate men from the shackles of having to be a warrior and a perfect and a soldier and a killer and a big strong muscle man. To just be a person.
Damn, that is one really deep album. I'm glad you guys actually brought this to my attention. It's really great that she does have a point there. It's like you have to be a person, and without being that, everything else is just gonna bring you down, gonna break you apart, or most likely take you in the wrong direction. Start as a person. You have to be that. Without that, everything else doesn't matter. You might be successful doing other crazy stuff, but if you're not a person, it's just not the same, I believe. So yeah, those two interesting interesting message. I really like that. I really enjoyed it. Unexpected, but It's brilliant. I know. I said that a lot, but this is truly, truly brilliant, and I'm glad I actually had a chance to actually, listen and hope and take heart, and try to understand and use what I learned from here to actually grow as a person. So that's great. That's fantastic. Oh, I just saw that it's Dr. Uma Johnson who spoke earlier before the lady. Okay. I don't know who Dr. Uma Johnson, but I actually have to, check him out because that was that was fantastic insight that he dropped on the track. All right. Yeah, that was great. Wow. I do. I guess I do have to apologize for actually pausing as much as I did. I know, yeah, people really don't like it, but I just couldn't help myself. I really needed to understand what I was actually listening to at the moment. So I will go back again and rewatch it because I do believe I obviously missed of a lot. I did miss quite a bit, but you know what? It's great what I got. You know, it's changed me a bit, which is good. Which is what music should do. It should either magnify or enlighten one, and this is one of the few that has done so. So that was great. Or reinforce your perception of things. So I'm glad to have had this opportunity to react and share my first experience with this song with you. All right. So with that said, this is your boy Jack. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button. Let's see know when next I drop a new vid. Don't forget to leave comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to react to. And if you've got nothing to say, just say hey. That's absolutely okay. If you disagree with what I've said during this reaction or wish to expand on what I have said during this reaction video, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comments down below. All I ask is that you be constructive about it. As we all know, constructive dialogue makes the world go around, allows people to, expand or learn or grow, all that stuff, or see things in a different light. All those good things that actually help people be better or grow or learn. I'm repeating myself, but I'm guessing you already grasp the gist I'm actually trying to drop here. All right, so with that said, this is your boy Jack. Y'all take care, and I will catch you on the flip side.